Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Adam.
And today we are doing it's a whiskey I don't know a whole heck of a lot about. And it kind of just popped on the scene, late last year?
Yeah.
Just wanted to break in here. So September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And the whole reason we even started this channel was kind of related to my son Jason, and his wish was to be a YouTube star through Make-A-Wish. So we try to raise money for Make-A-Wish, and we try to raise money for St. Jude for cancer research and all the things that they do. St. Jude is absolutely amazing. You pay nothing when you go there. They cover everything, and they share everything that they find. So all the research that they do, they share it out. They give it out freely because that's their goal. That's what is it? Danny Thomas, I think is his name, who started St. Jude. That was his goal, was to solve childhood diseases and share everything that they learn. The organization is amazing, and they run off of donations. Yep. So, in the month of September, in recognition of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and the yellow that we got rocking in our cocktails, we're going to raise funds. There's a link down in the description for St. Jude, our fundraiser for September, and anything up to $500, we will match that and make sure that we're continuing that fight, because nobody should have to lose a child to cancer, or no child should have to go through any of the diseases that you see there. It's just totally heartbreaking.
We would appreciate any and all support for this cause.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, anything you throw in there, it's going to get doubled. So, every little bit helps. Well, thanks very much, and
cheers.
Cheers. This is the 2XO. I'm assuming you say every single letter on the, I don't know.
Right.
The Innkeeper's Blend. Mm-hmm. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon. The history that we know here, Dixon Dedman? Dedman? Okay. Yeah. He was one of the founders, or the resurrectors, of Kentucky Owl. Kentucky Owl as a brand existed a long time ago. He brought it back in 2014. And Kentucky Owl's really solid whiskey. So he brought that back. Ultimately, he sold it to the Stoli Group. And then he hung out there.
As in the vodka?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then he hung out there for a couple more years and left. He probably had a contract for a certain amount of time. Wanted to do something different. He crossed paths with Prestige Beverage Group.
Okay.
Don't know anything about them. But apparently they were just sitting on a bunch of barrels of whiskey that they didn't know what to do with. And he's like, well, I got an idea. So he took all of them and started blending them, finishing them, rebarreling them. 2XO means...
You got the wrong career.
2 times in oak.
Right.
That's what the 2XO means.
Right.
So all of these, every single thing that's going into 2XO has been double barreled. All right. So this is a blend of 2 different types of sourced whiskey, 2 different places. One of them,
MGP.
they took a piece of it. I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know if it says
it's
anything.
Kentucky there. I think a lot of it. I think
I
Kentucky is
stamped
stamped on there. So,
Bardstown.
but I know it's aged whiskey. It's not just this is not young bourbon.
Well, this just says Louisville, so I can't answer that one. But it does say Kentucky straight, so it's coming from Kentucky. It's probably not coming from MGP. Barton, Bardstown, Bourbon Company. I'm not sure who else sources out of Kentucky. One of them, the higher rye, one's a higher rye, one's a lower rye bourbon. The higher rye bourbon, they took a chunk of that and they finished that in some different barrels. So they ultimately have 4 different whiskeys blended to their liking to create this.
It's dark.
It is super dark. It is very, very dark for a bourbon that's at least 6 years old. Nothing in this is younger than 6 years.
Yeah. I bet we got at least some 12 and some...
There's a good possibility.
There's some aged bourbon in here.
I gotta think some of those larger distilleries in Kentucky, there's batches that they're just like, doesn't meet.
Right.
they're gonna put those aside. And
But I doubt this guy.
but there's
would
probably
want to
an
taste it.
NDA involved that says, hey, we don't really do this, like, but this doesn't meet what we want.
It doesn't fit their profile.
Right. So like, well,
You're welcome to.
Yeah, it's
taste
not that
it.
it's bad, but it doesn't fit the profile of a whatever.
Beam,
Yeah.
Michter's,
Right.
whatever,
Exactly.
Wild Turkey. I mean, all of them. Makers. I mean, I gotta think that there's probably all of them are unloading barrels that just don't meet.
Holy sweet cherry.
And see, we're good friends, so I went down to old Dixon's. I call him Dixon because that's his name. I go to his house and say, "Hey, could you sign the bottle for me?" And he did. Look at that. I signed it. No, I didn't.
He
This was
It's pre-signed.
yeah, it's pretty signed.
All right. Well, whatever.
My chance to purchase this and get a signed bottle. Why not? I had a
The,
second where I thought, do I open it? Maybe this will be worth $1 billion. And then 10 seconds later, I opened it. Anyway. I never purchased the Phoenix Blend,
Which was the first one.
which was his first expression.
And then
His first
there
blend.
is so that, again, late last year. This came out early this year, 2023. There's another one coming out later in 2023. And then they're going for a new lineup.
Does this smell like Thomas More? The Thomas More?
Finished?
I don't know why that popped in my head.
The Chardonnay cask? Yeah. Oh, I get, yeah. I get where you're going. But there's a finish.
Trying to
note
figure
it.
out the source here, and I know that
That's
Barton's.
Yeah, that's Barton's.
A lot of wood.
There's
the bottom
definitely
note. I
some
got
age here. You're right. That 6 is a low minimum. There's a lot of tenure in here. Would be my guess.
It's
Look at
clingy.
the oil on
It's
that.
clingy.
Oh, it's
It's
clingy.
clingy.
Ethanol.
104. That's
I
it.
know.
That's it.
Take a deep.
I mean, small amount of nuttiness in there going
Yeah.
on, but I gotta taste it.
So maybe
Let's
a
see.
Heaven Hill,
Or a bean. Let's see.
possibly a beam.
That's good.
Ooh, thick. It's thick. There's some baking spice.
It's all over the place in my mouth.
It's so thick.
It's just so good.
Ooh,
Oh, there's like
cherry syrup.
the
Cola?
cherry
Cherry
syrup.
cola?
There's clove. There's
I get the clove for sure.
I get cola. I get,
Yeah.
but then there's that deep wood impact.
Yes.
It's like sweet wood. It's really sweet.
I got the warmth, but not until it hit the
Cherry cola.
Cherry cola. I get a lot of cherry cola notes. I
Mm.
love cherry. It's like my favorite. Just saying.
All right, I gotta go back to the nose after the taste here. Let's see, because
Just
the nose
sweet.
was like,
That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, there
There's
wasn't
a lot of
much going
ethanol.
on. It was ethanol and a little bit of wood.
I still get the cherry.
Yeah,
There's still a
sweet
lot of
cherry wood.
Wood.
Sweet cherry wood.
cordials, maybe. I get vanilla.
All right.
You get the.
I'm not getting that strong vanilla.
I
Or a
get
coconut.
so much more ethanol now, and I love it. I want my nose to get tickled.
He's got weird kinks.
I mean, whatever you're into, people. I mean, the second nose it comes
Nothing
off
wrong.
more than 104.
It's delicious. The nose is delicious. There's such a sweet wood, caramel, vanilla, dark fruit, all that wood, all that kind of comes together.
I get icing on the second note too. I get on the second sip. I get this buttercream icing. It's such a good mouthfeel. It just coats my
Yeah, the
mouth.
oil is so strong, which makes me think water's going to do a lot to it. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but it's going to do a lot
Yeah.
because there's so much oil. This is going to be a very high impact.
The first one. What was the first one? The Phoenix. one.
Phoenix.
I saw it a couple times. And I thought, I'm not gonna buy it. I have no idea.
Because there's like $100, right?
Yeah.
It's $100, and you're just like,
And
is it really that good?
You're not gonna disclose where it's coming from. I've been burned 1 billion times.
Yes, right.
Or I've been
Yeah.
like, man, at $100 a bottle, and this is $120 a bottle. I think one.
And MSRP's for 100, but finding it for that's not super easy.
See, I picked up
No,
a lot.
it
I
was
picked up a
99.
lot of rye, which makes me think that part of this is from Barton's. Is there high rye?
They are high rye. They are, 30 something. All right. I'm nervous about this. nervous. I don't know if this is good or bad.
Oh, 1 second. Just a little bit more. I don't want to stop.
I don't know. We'll see. This could be
Need to-
utterly amazing, adding water to it and letting the oil dance. Or it could
Showtime.
go really bad. And I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't know.
Ooh, no, the ethanol's muted. No, keep back. Sorry.
It's at the bottom of the glass. It's
Man, I got this ripe cherry.
at the
It's
very
got this
top. It's ripe. It's dark fruits,
ripe
cherries.
cherry. Oh, this like sweet
wood.
wood. You sweet son of a bitch. Kid show.
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
I mean, the cherry and the sweet wood
Oh.
note. Yeah,
There's some
it's
cream going on, but it's part of it. I think it's wood impact.
I get your comment earlier about like the cherry cordial, like more the ice cream, not the candy.
Yeah, yeah.
I get a little faint of that.
well, I can't say that the nose is worse. It's
No, it's
still really solid.
really good. If not, maybe a little bit better.
Yeah,
I don't
the-
want to
but
say
the-
that, but
The
with
ethanol
water.
tickle at the bottom. I mean, I know that's your kink, but it's
The
still a
water
little
opened
strong.
it up.
It did.
There's a lot of like specific notes I'm getting now.
The water pulled more of the rye spice out for me. It hits me in the back. Now it's tingling in the front.
Ish. I'm not. So I know what you're talking
It's
about.
not the
Yeah.
95.5.
No, it's
yeah.
none of that. It's none of that. But it's
It's way on the finish,
Yeah.
right? It's way.
Well, yeah, I get it on the back, but then as soon as I go
The
back
palate's
to the
just sweet brown sugar, just traditional
with
bourbon.
there's a spice.
there's a spice in a whole lot of sweetness going on. It's like
Man.
a
But
Now the
spice
spice
dessert
is just
of
like
some
it's
sort.
like tingling down the
I don't-
sides of the tongue.
Give me a
and the roof
spiced
of the
dessert.
mouth.
Come
Yeah.
on. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but it's like desserty with like a little bit of a nutmeg. Not quite, it's not cinnamon.
No,
It's
there's
more
no
of a
cinnamon.
nutmeg, almost maybe an allspice. It's not
like a
white
it's like
clove.
It's like a carrot cake with I don't know.
I could go either way on this one.
Oh.
Water, no water.
The
I
nose is so
agree.
good.
I
On
can
that.
go-
Agree
I can
with
go
that.
either way.
So good in the water with the water.
But-
go back in there and smell that.
So
I get cinnamon. I get.
I'm
I get
one. I'm gonna just say
gingerbread,
so
I get-
happy that you bought it because now I wouldn't be nervous about buying that.
No,
But
not at
pulling
all.
a trigger on a $100 bottle that you know nothing about
Right.
the
They won't-
person,
and they
the
won't
people
let you
doing it,
sample it.
right?
Once.
But
Okay,
now it's like, all right, anything that they're putting out, I'm okay with giving it a shot because it's probably really solid.
So the day I pre-order this, I can stop by another liquor store on my way home just for some random
Shits and
things.
giggles.
They had 8 bottles signed as well. Same price, same exact price I paid for this, which was $99. I thought, well,
Yeah.
signed bottle, is it going to be worth something? Let me get 2. Oh no!
Right? Keep one closed up.
Now just for the taste, don't
But
save a bottle. Open that sucker
Yeah.
and drink
yeah,
that
this is
thing.
yeah. No,
I've got a bottle
You
from
wanna
Jack
taste this.
Daniels that was signed with the master distiller back in
Doesn't matter.
2006.
you know what?
I
The
drank
signature
some
will
shit.
still be there when the bottle's empty.
Right.
I mean, if they cared about it, they wouldn't have rubbed it against
Smudged
the
it.
side of the box. Like, who cares?
If you didn't know anything about it, well, now you do, because you know it's coming from the mind of the guy who brought back Kentucky Owl, which is
Right.
really solid whiskey. A lot of their whiskeys are very, very good. Their later
Expensive.
releases are.
Expensive, but not great.
And I heard a lot of the later releases he wasn't.
He wasn't involved in.
So-
You did the Irish.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an Irish?
He
What's the
wasn't-
one we
being
had?
was
one.
not
We
involved,
had the
There was
one
an
at the-
Asian one.
at the Bourbon Festival.
Yeah,
we
that
had
was the
one.
Asian
Yeah.
one, the red one. That
It was
It was okay.
Cocktail, yeah.
but it's like $120, and it's not.
Right.
So,
That's the-
but regular Kentucky Owl is pretty solid. There's nothing wrong with regular Kentucky Owl, and some of the later ones he might not have been involved in.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know that who's doing the blending.
He's doing great stuff.
Yeah, he's doing some amazing stuff, and he apparently has access to, I want to say, I read it was like 7,000 barrels.
Ooh.
Is what they were sitting on at the time. So he's got a lot of room to play.
Can
you imagine that just like walking through and sampling?
Or a company going, hey, come in. We've got 8,000 barrels of this great, whiskey.
Whiskey that we've bought and we didn't
think?
know what to do with. What do you want to do? What do you think?
Yeah.
We heard you're really good at this.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So far,
We gotta unload this. So it can't sit on any longer.
I mean, 2 in a row. And he's got at least 2 to 3 more going.
Well, he's got, there's one more in this line, whatever he called this line. He referenced something, I can't remember what it was. And then he's going to start a different experimental line. So you're going to do something slightly different.
Probably not double barrel.
Or maybe the second barrel will disqualify it from being bourbon. Maybe it'll be wine or rum or, finishing.
Different finish or some single barrels.
Yeah.
We find some single
We'll
barrels.
see what happens. I think he's got full reign to kind of play with whatever he wants to do. And honestly,
I would hope so. I'd be right
after that,
I'd
let him do whatever he wants to do.
Hell yes.
Because he knows what he's doing.
If not, you're going to be sitting on 6,000, 7,000 barrels. I'm just going to walk out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Solid splurge there, buddy.
I can't
totally
compare it to the Phoenix. I'd love to. I passed on it because of, FOMO.
Monetary concerns?
This guy. Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll say that.
I don't know what Innkeepers refers to, though.
It was a nod
Phoenix?
to
Innkeepers.
hospitality.
It's a-
values instilled along the way of never forget your past.
Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't go with Phoenix at all, but sure. All right, let's roll with it.
It's a different one. Phoenix is the first one.
Phoenix was the first one, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like you would think there'd be a
okay.
theme in the naming,
Some type
or
of
whatever.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm envisioning someone that's making that trek across the state of Kentucky back in the day in a horse-drawn wagon, and you're probably bouncing from end to end. Everyone's pour is going to be different.
Yeah.
And so, and this guy is taking barrels, basically kind of the same concept. I went from this end to this end to this end, and I'm making
merging
my
them
own.
all together.
Yeah. That's what I'm envisioning.
You're just an
That's
artist.
fantastic.
Just an artist at heart. Listen to him.
I almost teared up just there.
He's so poetic.
That's a great. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
You start in Pikeville and you end up in Owensboro, Paducah.
Yeah.
You imagine the amount of inns back in the day you would come that you
And
would
time. And
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a
rot gut you'd come across.
yeah. Dear Lord, don't drink that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. And there's no Yelp back then, so you can't say
No.
steer clear. No, that's what I'm envisioning. It's like you're just grabbing a pour or two from all these random inns that you've come across, and you're making your own bottle.
Find it. Try it. Grab it.
What he said.
It's expensive. It's $100 plus. It's MSRP is $100.
It is a solid over 100 proof whiskey.
What do you think? 1 to 120? You would do it?
Yeah.
120
Maybe it's
probably
150.
my tops.
I don't know.
I don't know about 150. I don't know if I'd pull that trigger.
Right.
Honestly, if it was the Phoenix, I'd pull the trigger just for the AB.
Okay.
But that's more because this one's already here.
Or the next one, because we've
enjoyed
this
the
one
later one.
at
The
100.
next one's happening.
If I can't get it for until I found it for 150, yeah, we'd probably do it so we can all.
Yeah, right. To do the comparison and knowing how good this one ends up being.
The next
But
one's happening. Just
totally blind, 100 to 120. Yeah, I'd spend that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's in that realm of
Why not? We'd waste
super
on
good.
something else. Solid bottle, Adam. Thanks for the splurge.
Yeah, man.
You even got the signed bottle. Slightly
Me and Dixon.
smudged.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our review of the 2XO, the Innkeeper blend. I think it's a solid pour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water,
Great
no
drink.
water. I don't.
Either way.
Either way.
I don't have a preference.
I
but
don't either.
They're both good.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to try with the cube. That's the difference. That's a side kind of.
Honestly,
This is a bottle
I'd
you're going
like
to
to
buy and you're going to put it on the shelf and not pour it all the time for everyone. This is you want to
This is
put
special.
it up there. This is a special. This is a special pour.
We hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, we love the support of the channel and encourage you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe. We try to review every whiskey we can get our hands on, but within our budget of doing so. Sometimes we splurge past our budget.
Some of our friends splurge and donate bottles.
Every once in a while, that happens as well.
Lucky.
We enjoy all types of whiskey, and we would love for you to explore with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.